What's up, YouTube? Joe with Great Deck Properties back again with another Master the Market, giving you that high-level overview of just what is going on here in the Twin Cities real estate market. We took a week off. The numbers hadn't really changed a whole lot. We're starting to feel like a broken record, so I wanted to take a little break from the market updates because it's kind of the same old thing, but we've got some new data out this week. We've got some new things to talk about. Things are changing in the real estate market. If you're a buyer, it's really good. If you're a seller, things are still good, just not quite as good as they were a little while back here. So let's get into the numbers though. But before we do that, if you find value from this page, give us a like. If you think this page is good, if you think this data is good, share it with somebody you know that's in the market, even if they're not in the market. Give us a subscribe, a like, a comment. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm to make sure that we get this out to as many people as possible. Thanks so much. Now let's get into the data. All right, so the number of showings per week per listing in that median sale price range between 200 and 400,000 in St. Paul and Minneapolis, 7.17. It did not go down, it creeped up a tenth. It is hardly creeping up at all. That's basically just pretty much remaining the same. Essentially, we had more homes come on the market. So this, you can see the tours that took place. With more homes coming on the market, those tours were spread out a little bit more. So essentially, there was a little bit more activity. It's a little bit interesting with that. But what I really want to look at here is the past 8 weeks running now, we have seen a decline in the number of tours taking place. That, if you are a buyer in this market, is really, really a great thing to see. All right, so the suburbs here, we are at 13.84. We use Bloomington. This is a range we've been at for the past 8 weeks, and actually previous to that, where's the number we've been at for quite some time here. So we are still seeing a lot of people wanting to move into the suburbs. And this is one we haven't looked at in a while. This is our market meter over here. It's supposed to go 1 to 10. It's been well above that. It's been above a 10 since, boy, about the first of the year here. So this has been a historic market, something like we have never seen before, like we probably will never see again, but we're starting to even out. It would be great to see this get back down to a 10. To give some context there, a balanced market, this would be at a 5. So we are still well above those numbers. Mortgage rates. We did drop down again just slightly. I think 0.2 is what we came down from where we were last week. This is a trend, and this is an area that we expect to be in for quite some time. The Fed wants to keep these rates low. It would be a good thing to do that. Last week, we did talk about the new April numbers that came out. The median sale price in the Twin Cities is now $337,000 for all property types. So we started the year at 301. We've jumped up to 337 when we look at single family homes. And I like to look at previously owned because new construction with lumber prices going up is going to skew the numbers quite a bit. We started the year at 315 and we're up to 355,000. So I definitely said about 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe it was even 5 weeks ago now, that we would have at least a $40,000 increase in single family homes this summer, and we have seen that, and I expect these numbers to go a little bit higher next month, and we are going to plateau. So those are some of the good numbers to take a look at. What does this mean for you as a buyer in the current market? Well, it means that things are getting easier. It means that if you've written a bunch of offers and haven't got anything accepted, stay the course. Things are getting much easier out there for you. We were previously seeing 10, 20, 30 offers on properties. We're now seeing more 3, 5 type of a range for the number of offers. And when you're using all of the tactics that we use here, it is going to help you win. Buyers were previously having to write 7, 8 offers to get something accepted. That's coming down now. We've had a few clients recently. They write 1 offer, they get it accepted, they move on. It's been pretty nice. So we're starting to see some reprieve for buyers, and that is a very, very good thing. If you are a seller in this current market, it is still a historically good time to sell. You saw the market meter. It is still above 10. That type of a thing just doesn't happen. So there is still a great opportunity to sell your home. There's still a great opportunity for it to go into multiple offers. And it's one of these things that not all agents out there understand the data like we understand the data and understand the number of showings that are taking place. We are really able to be a little bit ahead of the curve here and understand just what the market is doing. But with that, it is going to take buyers and buyers agents quite some time to understand that the market has shifted and is shifting. So many buyers out there where there may be less offers on properties, they're still writing offers that are just as aggressive. So they were still tending to see really good offers come in about 10%, if not more, above the list price. So it's going to take some time to kind of even things out here. We will see a decline over the next couple months here, and prices will start to go down as we move to the fall and winter months, as they do every year. At least we expect that to happen. With the numbers that we're tracking, we're on pace to do that. So I would feel safe saying that that is what's going to happen. If you are a seller, like we were saying, it is still a great time to sell. Waiting too long, though, as I was saying, you could lose out. Actually, Alec, why don't you roll back to the clip in mid-February? It's a good one. If you are looking to list your home, now is definitely the time to do that. I would not wait. Don't wait till the grass is green. You might lose out on some green. That's right. I said it back in February, but it is true. I think we have hit the peak of the market, and we're going to start to even out at this point. So if you are a seller, you still want to sell your home, you're still going to get a great price on it. We are not going to see this wild competitiveness that we saw in the past couple months, but it is still a very good time to sell your home. So we expect to see a very similar market take place here for the next 4 to 5, maybe even 6 to 7 to 8 years. And the reasoning behind that is due to the low inventory. And really that's just supply and demand economics. One of the biggest factors in this is new construction. And with new construction, we are not building the same number of homes that we used to. There's actually a little piece of data here that I want to show you guys. Jump over here. This is a chart that shows the number of homes by the millions that have built per decade. So you can see starting in the 50s, we were building 21 million homes per decade, 20 million homes in the 60s, 25 in the 70s, 25 in the 80s, 26 million in the 90s, and in the 2000s we were at 27 million. There was a ton of builders out there, but then look what happened. In 2010 to 2019, only 5.8 million homes were built during that time. That is very interesting data. What happened is when we had the last recession in 2007, 2008, there was a lot of builders that literally just got out of the market. So we don't have the same number of builders building homes that we used to have. There is a lot more regulation with building. Cost of materials has recently skyrocketed. It is becoming difficult for builders to even hit their deadlines of when they're supposed to have these homes built. It is a very interesting market. Even if every single home builder that we have in the United States right now started building homes and started building them at 3 times the pace that they have been for the past few years, it would still take us 5 to 6 years to get back to a point and recoup all of those essentially 15 million, 10 million homes that we are missing out of the marketplace. That is a lot of homes. Combine that with so many homeowners realizing that keeping your home as an investment property is a really good move for long-term wealth building, and that is just making things even more difficult. So it is an interesting market out there. We expect to see the same thing going on for a number of years. If you're an investor, this is a great time to buy and hold some rental properties. If you're a seller, maybe don't sell your home. Maybe hold on to it as a rental and go purchase a new one. We are going to be ahead of the curve with the data. We are your agents for life. We are going to tell you when we know that you own a second home in 5 or 6 years, when we start to see the market shift and we are ahead of everybody else, we are going to get a hold of you. We are going to let you know, get that home on the market, sell it, take that $300,000-$400,000 profit and run with it. And eventually in 10 years or so, something's going to happen. The market's going to crash. cash, use that profit to go buy up a few more homes, start the process all over, and retire a wealthy person. So that is the insight on what is going on right now. Low inventory. The reason is we don't have the same number of builders, and we are down inventory because of that. Due to lumber prices going up, we expect to see this continue for the foreseeable future. We are in a great seller's market, and we'll stay in that. If you're a buyer, we've talked about it before though, interest rates are incredibly low, and it is a good time to buy a home. The long-term cost of home ownership is still very low. And when we expect to see increasing prices for 5 to 6 years, you're going to recoup your money back. You're going to be in a good position. It's a crazy market out there. You've got to have the foresight to look into the future and understand what is really going on. And the only way to do that is by looking at the data and understanding that. And it's something that we love to do. If you're interested in buying or selling, reach out to us. We want to help you out. We're your agents for life. We're going to be there for you. We've got the data to back it. We're going to be the ones to help you out and make it all work. It's a time to build some wealth in our country right now. If you can buy an additional property, we highly recommend doing it. Thank you so much for sticking around with this. Again, share this, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week, maybe the week after. Take care. Take care.